King 5 investigators expose a crime ring that inside sources are calling one of the largest construction scams in recent history in our area. It's costing homeowners millions.
Our months-long investigation found the operation runs across state lines, even international borders, revealing just how far this scheme reaches. Here's Andy Judson.
Got approached on the sidewalk.
Ring camera footage captures the start of a pattern.
Hey, looks like your chimney could use some work.
A friendly man shows up.
Somebody came running up my driveway.
He spotted serious damage.
He said, "Your chimney's got a big hole in it."
They'd seen our chimney.
They pointed out a couple of issues with the chimney.
And gets you to agree to a quick, simple repair.
Quoted us about $2,000 just to kind of take a row or two of brick off the top.
I said, well, we need to have it done, so we'd go ahead and do it.
These homeowners all describe the same encounter, one that ends with them losing their life savings.
How much did this ultimately cost you?
I think somewhere around $100,000, $170,000.
It was about $38,000.
$21,700.
It's not okay. Yeah, it really makes me angry.
They're not alone. For months, the King 5 investigators have been tracking the damage left behind and found it's spread to all corners of the state. Sources close to ongoing investigations say over the last 18 months, well over $2 million has been stolen in King County alone. And they believe it to now be one of the largest construction scams in the last 2 decades.
I learned that we in Redmond had 3, and I realized that there's hundreds in the area.
Redmond Police Detective Matthew Weich has seen the cost firsthand.
The most I've seen so far, which is in Tukwila, was $500,000. And the one that I'm currently working is $348,000.
And this isn't just a local operation. Investigators say cases are connected across county lines, states, and even international borders.
I've gotten calls from district attorneys in Colorado, Utah, California. A lot of the suspects are kind of connected within a ring. A ring of gentlemen, and they're going up to houses in the community and offering services for either roof repairs or a full redo of a roof.
Would you say this is a crime ring?
I would say that this is probably a crime ring.
Using a rotating list of business names, some completely fake, others impersonating legitimate companies, Detective Weich says these men leave a trail that's constantly shifting. Their personal names even change too.
Yeah, Brian is his name.
His name was Tony.
Do you want me to keep out the price before
But one thing stays the same, a detail connecting every case.
He has a very strong, I think, his Irish accent.
Oh yeah, very much an Irish accent.
Well, he had an Irish accent.
If you got like a certified, I need to change it faster, so I'll be able to keep moving the project.
This accent is one thing investigators believe is actually real.
A lot of the suspects are here on fraudulent passports or overstayed visas, so we don't necessarily have the means to identify and locate them.
Here's how it works.
Thank you very much.
First, the alleged contractor gains the homeowner's trust.
He was really well-spoken, very articulate, very knowledgeable.
He's professional and polite with a legitimate-looking business.
I did look him up, and they are registered and licensed and bonded.
They had a website that looked good, and I quickly checked Better Business Bureau, and there were no complaints at that time. So we signed up with them.
Josh signed this contract.
Replace the top 2 rows of brick, also install a new crown, repoint chimney where necessary.
An agreement to fix his chimney for what he thought was a reasonable price.
Quoted us about $2,000 just to kind of take a row or two of brick off the top.
Then the work grew.
And then the next thing I knew, our chimney was halfway down, and they weren't done.
Detective Weich says it's part of their playbook.
Every time, they always find something that needs to be repaired.
And he starts using numbers like $22,000. But we were just talking $1,400, $1,500.
Just kept coming back saying, oh, we need more money to finish it.
For Jeff, that turned a simple chimney repair into this.
They tore up from about here to the wall.
A garage and driveway completely torn apart.
$49,000, then $10,000, then $9,990.
Contracts reviewed by King 5 show Jeff paid over $193,500.
Yeah, that adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really did. And that's when I realized that we were getting scammed.
A total he says he didn't even realize until we reviewed the paperwork together.
So much money and so ridiculous that it even had to happen.
When victims tried to stop the work, refusing to pay more, the tactics change from persuasion to pressure.
All right, so Brian, I have some questions about the project.
Okay.
David captured this in a recorded phone call.
So where's my $9,000?
You don't get your $9,000. You didn't do the work.
Okay.
And
so
I'm not giving you any more money, and you're not coming back.
Do you think things works that way? If I need to go to my solicitor and I need to put a lien against your property, I can do that.
They built the outside of the chimney, but they never rebuilt the 2 inside stacks. So you can still poke holes in that.
The work is often done poorly.
We tore all that stuff out.
You tore all of this down?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Ekram Shah is a legitimate mason who's fixed several homes after these crews left.
Yeah, it's just crap.
Including David's.
When you just look at this, though, immediately you're like, that's not done correctly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could see that from across the street.
Shaw says the illegitimate operations work was so bad, using the fireplace could have been deadly.
If they lit a fire in this is real bad news.
Yeah, it could turn into something real bad.
By the time homeowners find these issues, the checks have cleared.
By then, these guys are gone.
Leaving behind ruined roofs, bank accounts, and shaken self-confidence.
I was just like, man, we made a mistake.
I feel so stupid.
Right now, I'm shaking. Just reliving it right now, I feel like a sucker. I fell for this, and I know better, and it pisses me off.
All the experts we spoke to about this operation say this is certainly not the homeowner's fault. It could happen to anyone because it is so slick. Now, if you know someone or have gotten a knock on your door yourself, local law enforcement agencies urge you to report that to them, even if you didn't hire these folks. It'll help them with their investigations. In the newsroom, Andy Judson, King 5 News.